everyone, welcome back to another stream. Hopefully this one will be better than the last one. I'm just setting up here. Oh, away we go. Had a bit of a break. I had a nice relax. Now we can get on with things. Hopefully. And just start with the usual music. Okay, hey Young! Okay, I hope the audio is not too loud here. If it is, I'll have to go back and switch it. Hopefully this one will be better than the last one. The last one was pretty bad. And by pretty bad, I mean I'm understating here. So what are we doing this time? Well, we've done the Easy 8 practically. We've got it ready for building up and painting, so now we're going to be doing Sins BD Unit 1. I've never made this one before, like most of these kits. This is going to be interesting. Let's see what this is like on the inside. I imagine it's going to be quite similar to the Ground Gundam build, but you never know. I'm trying to get this freaking ribbon tape off here. But yeah, hope the audio is not too loud. Hopefully not. Ricky Sky Knight says Blue Destiny time. Yes, yes. So let's see here. This needs to be closer. I need to be closer as well. So let's go through, pick out the shapes like we normally do, and like I said, get closer with the chair so I can actually do stuff here. Because last time I was like leaning over, and it was terrible. You might hear me drinking on stream. Hopefully not too bad. I just need it. I've not had much drink today, so I'm trying to hydrate myself. Okay, so in here we got the torso, parts of the legs, and parts of the shield. That looks familiar because it's from the Ground Gundam build. Thanks, man. In this one we've got the feet, some of the joints, the different eyes. I'm assuming Sin's gonna want the exam on. We've got some of the shoulder armor. Nope. Trying to figure out where this is on camera. Some of the shoulder armor, some of the leg armor, the feet, the skirts, and some of the arms as well, and the beam saber. So this is all over the place compared to the Easy 8's runners. There's the shield, which is it's the same. Most of this is looking pretty familiar, so it's just on different runners. What else we got here? On the back, we've got the rear skirt, the front skirt, the legs, the shoulders. Okay, so the placement is weird for this thing, but there's the gun. There's the back of the shield. Okay. Right, so get these out of the bags. Hey Ion, how you doing there? I know some people that clean the runners, you know, because of the excess residue and chemicals on them, but to be honest, at the end of the day, I'm not really bothered. I'm still going to paint the damn thing. Oh, come on now. Probably an easier way of getting into this baggie, but just hanging out before and trying to set the light for my stream to Zion. Nice. Let's throw that over there. Just throwing out all my trash behind me here. I can pick it up later. Okay, so this is the shield, the waist, one of the rear vents, the hands. Oh no, wait. Yeah, there's the shield. I like this blue color that's going to be covered up by chrome. Since colours are chrome and purple. Oh, come on there. I'm trying to open this on stream without ruining the runner here because it was bending slightly. So yeah, I hope the music's not too loud for you guys. Somebody tell me if it is. Don't want to lose the freaking sticker sheet there because I'm going to need it. Some people will be having a seizure there going, oh no, he's using stickers, but I mean, it's easy for the eyes. Volume is fine. Okay. I hate that when you try and get the bag open at just the right angle and it won't go. I don't want to just yank, you know, because otherwise what will happen is it will just explode everywhere. Ooh, nice. I have... Those look like water slides. I've never actually used water slides before. I might do for this one. You never know. They might look good. Then again, it's a light color on a light background. I have to see how the chrome comes out, to be honest. Okay, so there's the beam sabers. They look pretty nice. Pretty thin too. Strange. Okay, so we got the legs and the body. Gotta make sure I get this all on camera as well, because I don't know whether it's my positioning of the camera arm here, but it's a bit more awkward at the moment to try and get this sorted. Let's try and... There we go. Hey G-Dash. So we've got the first baggie here, because we're going to do the same thing we did with the Easy 8, which is just bag all of the stuff after preparing it. So we'll just... There we go. We'll just take off the easy parts and do those first. I mean, it's all pretty easy after you've seen the ground Gundam, but... There we go. Let's try and find the back of the shield here. That's what I'm looking for. I say that and I find the front of the shield instead. This is totally fine, yeah. No big deal. We can do this. Okay. There's the back of the shield. This plastic quality is a little bit different to the previous one as well. I just noticed that the plastic quality feels a little bit nicer. Feels a little bit smoother and a little bit more glossy. It's kind of strange. It's kind of taken me by surprise a little bit. Is that the, I think that's for the shield as well, because that looks like the, yeah it is. It's the back that allows it to prop up, but I didn't see that on the Easy 8. That's strange. Hey Asa. Or is it? No wait. I think it is that one. I'm there saying about, oh let's get the easy stuff done, and then I mess up which parts are which. Or rather, I think I've messed up. It's because I can't see the connector to the arm on here, which was familiar with the Easy 8. That is incredibly strange. I wonder whether it does it differently. Let's check the manual for this, just in case. I have to try so hard to get building this month, says Ion. Didn't expect you to build stream tonight, says Asa. I did say I was going to do it. It is Gundember this month, says Ion. Wait, what? I've never heard of that before. Please do tell me, Ion. What is going on? Okay, so I was right about that one. I need C10, 8, 9, and 10 for the shield, because it's got a slightly different connector compared to the Easy 8. Okay. Okay, so it's not that one. It's not that one. Where are we? E. There we go. C. Get all these in one go and clean them up, and then the shield can be done. Ah, there they are. Wait a minute, what? The heck is going on here? Because I had that. Am I taking the wrong one out here? Time to paint it all grey and gunmetal, says Young. It's a Twitter thing to get people in the Gunpla community to build and share their builds. Ooh, nice! I have to get on that. Oh, I see! That's incredibly strange for the connection, but it allows it to have more mobility. So both of these parts are for it? Hey, ATM! Hey, Moody. I hear my theme you're playing. Yeah, you know I like that Unleashed music. It's just nice and chill, you know. The only other thing that it's gonna sound stupid, the only other thing that I can compare to it is like, and I've said it before on stream, is it sounds very much like the background music for Hoonipop. I mean, when you've spent like, what, about 50 or so hours on Hoonipop, you get pretty chill anyway. Say that, and then Jen's clocked in like 157 hours, so it's nuts. Right, let's see. Been going on since 2017. Nice. I've built the BD1 2.0 before. It's a nice kit, says Asa. Yeah, the quality of the plastic definitely feels a little bit better than the Easy 8 here. Oh my god, that came straight off the... There's no nub from that? There was, like, there's a couple of tiny visible nubs here, but even if I need to sand them down, sanding down for me is normally the last option. Normally it's if I've butchered a part, or if the nub is not quite gone the way that I want it to. But that one, I've got one right there on the edge because there's 3 nubs. Might sand that one just a little bit. I still need to order these files. Oh crap, I didn't throw them from the last time, so now I need to find out which one it is. I think it's this one? Yeah, it's this one. So normally with sanding and files, it's normally when the nub won't go away and I want it to be just slightly visible, or just try and get rid of it as much as possible. Normally I try and do all the work with the knife, so that I don't have to use the file. I can't wait till this is all done because I want it looking so nice to commemorate GBO2. And for anyone that's returning from the Time Manning stream and everything before, I did say I was going to do this evening. The only problem was I decided to take everybody else's advice and give my hands a little bit of a break because I've been doing a lot today. Between coding and then doing multiple streams, you know. Let's see. I'm not a big fan of the new waist joint on that and the G-type, says G-Dash. I built the Blue Destiny Revive. It's a good kit, says Ion. It definitely feels nice. Like I've said before, I'm really a stickler for plastic quality, and this is actually proven to be pretty nice at the moment. But that's cleaned up. The nub is still there, but it's not as visible as it was before. Like if I was just going for a straight build, that'd be pretty reasonable. Because there are a lot of times where I've kind of sanded over stuff and been like, yeah, you know what, I can get away with that. And sure enough, it's actually worked in the past. You know, I've been able to get away with some crazy stuff that you can't really see if you just get it right. Problem with sanding is if it's not consistent over a surface area, it can scratch everything up, especially if you use a different file or one that isn't fine. That doesn't look too bad, but I scratched a little bit across the surface, but it's going to be painted, so it's no big deal. So, let's get the baggie here. It's baggie time. Yeah, for anyone who's not seen the stream that we did before on GBO, that was so much fun. We did, or rather, I got annoyed and did some versus some randoms, and then we did a couple of 3v3s on customs. And that was really funny. Like, I'll probably end up not being on tonight, primarily because of the reset time, although I don't know at this point. Like, I'm still trying to get my sleep pattern in check, so I think sleep pattern first before GBO. Once I can get my sleep pattern established again, and I'm not sleeping for like 5 hours at a time here and there, you know, it's gonna be nice. Actually have a sleep pattern, and that's gone now. What's this one? Can we get something out of this one? Ah, there we go. Okay, we can get more out of that there because it's got more surface on it that's still able to actually do the job. I feel like that edge there is going to be pressed in anyway, but do it just in case. Health is more important as eggs, Ram. Yeah. Definitely more important. Like, I've been thinking about health way more this year, obviously, because of my hands and everything. I've had a lot of time to think, and not all of it has been good. Been a lot of depressing moments this year, so hopefully, by focusing a little bit more on my health for once, I'll be alright. And still play when I can. Have a bit of a laugh. Asa says my sleep pattern is messed up too, so you're not alone, mate. The thing is, I used to be alright, you know, it's like I used to be a heavy sleeper, and I could just flat out go for like 7 or 8 hours and wake up and be like, okay, I'm fine. But recently I've been terrible. I sleep for like 3 hours here, 5 hours there. You get no rest if you do it that way. I've been trying to establish a pattern and then get into it, or fall asleep when I'm really tired. Like yesterday, I fell asleep at like 7:30 in the evening because of me being that tired. That was pretty crap and embarrassing, to be honest. Can't wait till I can get my sleep time up so I can go like 10 PM at night or something, probably later, and then wake up at like 9 AM or whatever. That'd be real nice for me at this point, and have no interruptions. No interruptions would be my key thing to wish for at this point. If somebody said, what do you want on New Year? I'd be like, I just want a good night's sleep, you know. 2020 has been horrible for everybody. Oh yeah. Like, I don't want to sound like I'm first world problems guy, but if it wasn't getting VR sickness at the beginning of the year, then it was trying to move house with VR sickness, then it was doing my hands in, and now it's kind of getting back into the swing of things. Well, my hands are still recovering, with my sleep pattern out of whack, and my eyes feeling like they're going a little bit, so I've gotta go to the opticians at some point and try and sort that out. So if it's not one thing, it's like 5 or 6 others. You know. Like, I'm finding myself constantly needing to wear my glasses way more, which is kind of worrying, because I've always had a little bit of a problem focusing my eyes, but I feel like it's gone just a little bit worse recently, and I can't tell whether it's the weather or the lighting or something else, or maybe it's just my eyes going bad because I've been staring at the computer screen and been unable to do anything. That's the last thing I want to go is my eyes. If somebody said to me, you can have a trade, you can either lose your hands or lose your eyes, what would you want? I'd definitely give up my hands. My eyes are really important. There's still a nub there on that because it's dark blue. But I'm painting over it anyway, so it's not too bad. Like, paint sometimes can just completely cover up nubs, especially because I'm going to be going over it with, like, maybe 2 layers or something. So I'm going to be doing primer first anyway, so... I'm going to be doing primer on all of these. It's either going to be white or grey. Still want to try and get rid of that just a little bit more. Just trying to do it at different angles here to see if I can get rid of that. There we go. That's filed it down a little bit more. I'm happy with that one. I just need to find out what this other nub was. Ooh. Susan's currently blocking all my my time on in streams, or at least some of the more recent ones. They're not showing up on YouTube. She doesn't want me streaming Big Titty Ninjas. It's unfortunate. I actually enjoy streaming that game. It's just funny. Yeah, there's not much Susan likes anymore, which is becoming a real pain in the ass. There we go, that's all sanded down nicely. Gotta keep an eye on what parts here I've done and also what bits I need to sand on them. Now that you mention it, never got a notification for your Ninja Girl stream earlier, says Exram. Yeah, it seems like Susan's cracking down on those. I have no idea why. It's like I give out the call again in Discord like I normally do. But she's been a bit annoying about that. Because I was wondering why not many people showed up to it. Because compared to the past couple of times, that one hardly got anyone showing up to it. It's like, come on, people. Yeah, we were all having a laugh. Well, the past couple of time manning streams have been really good. That's why I keep doing them, you know, because they're fun. Meanwhile, Susan's busy sat there laughing and censoring me all the way from YouTube HQ. There we go, let's sand this down. Asa says Susan can go eat a you know what. Yeah. I hate the whole thing of censoring that kind of stuff. You know, when it's really tame compared to some of the other stuff that they show. Like, for instance, you can't stream that, but you can stream Doom where you can literally rip demons' eyes out and then, like, completely eviscerate them. It's a bit like Dead Space as well. It's that whole argument of gore over a little bit of skin showing, you know. And by that I mean really tame compared to the source material. I think I've said that loads. Hope she steps on a Lego barefoot, says X-Ram. I don't get it, you know. I don't get what the whole argument is with gore versus a little bit of skin. Maybe it's just the whole difference between gore in East and West is strange, because, like, you notice in the West, you can have stuff like Gears of War where you can have somebody get lanced in half. And then in the East, you've got that kind of stuff where they're like, oh yeah, we'll put a load of skin on show. Or just slightly more lewd than you would expect. But we're not going to have as much gore and stuff, and they go out the way to censor the gore instead. It's kind of complete reverse. It's an interesting take as well to see. I'd like to know each individual viewpoint on that, you know, from like the people that actually decide on this. It's like, so why did you censor this? It's like, well, we didn't like this. Okay, well, why did you let this other one through? It'd be a neat sort of insight into what the mindset is. Maybe they just hate everything from Japan, says Asa. I mean, it's possible. It's like, what was it? Other countries have different censorship. Like, for instance, what was it? Germany was censoring a load of stuff and replacing them with robots. Ion will know this one if he's still here. They did it with Command and Conquer. They replaced some of the characters with cyborgs or something. For ages, it was really weird. Like the UK got rid of anything that had ninjas on for ages because people were carrying nunchucks around or something in the early 90s. It's a very vague one, but I remember that. It was like nunchucks and shurikens and stuff. They were like, oh, we can't have ninjas on TV. Germany, they replaced that stuff with robots for some reason. I can't remember why. And then was it like... I swear it's somewhere like either Germany or Australia. They couldn't have Left 4 Dead for a while. I don't even know about that. Didn't Contra get censored and turn everything into robots? Yeah, I think, because didn't it become... was it Robotector or something like that? I could be wrong about the name, but there was definitely one where... And I think it was for the Sega Genesis, because I swear I've played the ROM of it. Where... Yeah, it was Probotector. It's basically Contra 3, the Alien Wars, but they've changed it so everybody's like a robot. It's like one of the main characters is like a robot wolf or something, and then the other two are like cyborgs instead of, you know, the usual characters. And then there's just some like weird random ass robot for like the last character, just like a really tiny one. Really weird choice. I don't get stuff like that. It's weird. Really weird. Oop. Are we good here? I think I've done this small joint now. Yeah, there we go. Almost got all the shield done here. I like the way that this is both familiar, slightly new, because the way that everything is on the run is differently. And the different joints for the shield. Like, this shield having more mobility in it is nice. It's just strange how they changed it from the Ground Gundam one, even though it's the same shield. It's a bit like we were saying the last stream where they did the side skirts for the EZ-8 differently to the Ground Gundams. It's taking a little bit too much off there with the knife. I thought I was actually gonna not so much get myself, but I thought I was gonna take just a little bit too much off there, but we're fine. It's funny because I remember doing only one model kit as a kid. remember completing it with my dad, and it was one of those really old Zoids model kits, the ones that move because they got like motors in them. I remember doing it and being a bit upset with it because I was like, wait a minute, we have to build this? Because I didn't realize as a kid because I got it in the box, and I remember just thinking, okay, this will be really cool. And then when, this is when I was really young as well, I remember getting it on, I think, we were near some beach or whatever, because I remember having the box in a bag and looking out on the beach and just being like, oh, I can't wait to get this thing open when we get home. And then when I got home, I was like, I have to build this thing. It was crazy. Hey Shinju. Dave, can you build me a Y for a life? Says John. Have you built the ground type gym? No. Sorry, there was a delay on the stream for anybody who's just turning up now. Like I was saying, I was giving my hands a bit of a break. Not because they needed it so much, but just because I'm paying more attention to when you guys give me advice and that kind of thing. Normally I give everybody else advice, but then don't follow my own, so with me taking a little bit more care with my health now, because of everything that's gone on and because of stuff that I've already talked about on stream. For how long now? 31 minutes? I thought I'll just take a little bit of care about myself. Was the 2B mouse mat, says Jan. I mean, I could always do one stream at one point with all 3 of those on. Either that or just link it in the Discord. That reminds me, Shinju, if you have an alt account, Discord's open to you, man. Because normally we put out all the notifications for these streams, so you get to know exactly when they're happening. Same with the GBO2 stuff as well. John, I'll have to take a picture of those 2B mouse mats for you all lined up together. This music sounds familiar. This one is Apatos Windmill Isle Day. I think it's like one of the very first levels. It's the one that was on the demo for the 360 where you could, I don't know whether you could play as the Warhog or not, but I remember you could play the daytime level because I remember playing that so much, just like over and over and over again, just repeating it, trying to get the best time on it. Such a fun level that. Have so much fun on that game, and then you get to Eggman Land at the end, and then you want to kill yourself. And I don't mean that literally. It's just how annoying Eggman Land is. Like everybody that's played that game has said at one point or another that Eggman Land is absolutely terrible. Shinju says, I haven't started it up yet. Been busy with other stuff. You'll see me show up sometime this week. No rush, man, it's fine. I'm just saying, you know, like, if you want to keep in the know for this kind of stuff, then by all means, that's the place to be. Otherwise, you have to kind of rely on YouTube's notification system, and we all know how bad Susan is. Especially considering she didn't give everybody the notification about the previous time Anin stream, which I'm not happy about. Having so much fun doing streaming of that game, and then Susan's like, no titties for you. Yeah, the previous build stream, or streams, I think I did maybe 1 or 2. I can't remember, I took down because they were a complete mess. So, part 3, we've started the BD1, it's going pretty nicely, started organising stuff, cleaned up the shield already. And now we're doing the legs. I'm going to try and bag these as well. Like the legs, normally I put everything together, so it's the front skirts, the pelvis, the lower legs, the ankles, the feet, side skirts, in a frame for it, you name it. Okay, and have a bit of water as well. No, I say that, and I've still got an iced tea from before. Hang on. Didn't even notice I had an iced tea. And then a freaking drink it, and because it's so low down, it splashes back up in my face and gets me on my glasses. Seriously. I don't know whether you can see that there, but it's just like slightly on one of the lenses. Come on. Now I've got to wipe off the lens. How the heck do I get iced tea on my glasses? Can't even drink without it going all on me. Seriously. Ugh. There we go. Okay. Glasses are a pain in the ass to clean, says Asa. Susan freaking... She doesn't like the word ass, because she just censored that. Hang on. Oh, and YouTube suddenly turned around and went, do you want to pause this music? You know, the one that you're playing in your playlist? It's like, no, I'm good, Susan. Keep playing the music. You're doing a good job concealing your slurping noises. I don't think you need to worry about it. Cheers for that, Eggs Ram. I really need to drink loads. What I might do is do this for... yeah, if I go for maybe like an hour on this, clean up the legs, and finish there. And I might head on... like, when's reset today, guys? Has reset already happened or what? Because I might be able to get away with GBO2 and then go to bed. I don't know whether I'd be trying to do too much at once doing that, but... Reset's 8 PM, so reset is going to be like 6 minutes away. At least I'm... Reset already happened for me, says Shinju. Ah. Eggram says in 5 minutes. Okay, that'd be cool. I'd like to do that, it's just the whole thing of making sure I don't push it too much. Like, at least I'm more chilled than I was before. Like, oh my god. Talk about being powered by rage before. That was not nice. Honestly, it took forever to calm down from all the freaking adrenaline that I had from breaking my code before. But now that I've got a backup of my code, I'm happy. Now I just need to figure out how to make the AI not walk into doors and walls and other things. Because the AI, even though it's walking around all intimidating with baseball bats in the game that I'm creating at the moment, it's still pretty crap. It can still get stuck on stuff, and I don't want that. I love the way most of these runners are being used up. Pretty clean, to be honest. I'm not sure whether that's the leg or not, so I'm gonna wait and do the other runner. And then we'll see what we're up to. I'm noticing some familiar joints here. We'll leave the... oh, no. I was gonna say we'll leave that one for now, but I can see the pelvis there. If you're gonna do it again, mind if I join, says John. Yeah, dude. Just as long as you, if you end up on the same team, obviously. Just try and stick near me with this one, you know, so we can get those downswings on people. Like, just being able to either one of us bazooka an enemy, or Sturmfaust him, and then do like 3 follow-up downswings. It's so brutal. I've seen it happen multiple times. It is nasty as hell, and I love it. I love it so much. I think that's enough. Yeah, if you can get it timed, so it's like bazooka, then first downswing immediately, then as you're boost cancelling, somebody else downswings, then you finish your boost cancel and downswing again. Oof. That's like 6,000 or more damage right there. It's so nice. So nice. It takes some really good teamwork, but when you get it down, that's when it's amazing to see and pull off. because you just vaporize like half of somebody's health bar in no time. Or a third, depending on how much HP they've got and what cost you're playing. You know. Some of the lower cost suits, you're going to take them out pretty easy. Some of the other ones, you know, the higher cost suits might take a couple more hits, but genuinely, it's really fun to pull off. Normally, if I don't play in the evening, if I feel like, you know what, I might be a bit too tired or whatever, depending on how the stream goes. Normally, I'll play catch up the next day. So either way, I'm gonna get those 3 tokens. There's no big rush or anything. They say normally you shouldn't go to bed when you've, or rather, you shouldn't be on any electronics before you go to bed. So I don't know. Like, I'm only teasing the idea to myself at the moment, primarily, because I got like 5 hours sleep, and then another 5 hours sleep last night, which is pretty nice. I wish it was a full 7 or 8 in one go, but, you know, I'll take 5 here, 5 there. Still not in the deep sleep rest period that I need, but I'll take it. Ion says, trying to set up for streaming War Thunder. Can't wait. Nice. Hope that goes well for you, Ion. To be honest, I'm excited for the new year when we can all jump on Mecha Nights again and just break the damn thing. Like, I don't think Jin probably watches these streams. But, yeah, he's already heard me say plenty of times, I can't wait. It's no surprise at this point that I just want to get on and break stuff. That and have John test a million other levels with Treason. Just cutting everything off the runner here, and then I can clean it up and put it in the bag. Okay. John says, no! Yeah, I'm only messing with you, man. It's fine. I won't put you through that again. Exram says, no wonder your hands haven't healed yet. Do you know an anime? Sleeping heals anything, but it needs to be done properly. I know. See, that's the thing that I'm annoyed at, is that, like I was saying about 2 weeks ago, is when it hit me. I think it was more the whole thing of, because of Britain, because of us having the really hot weather, that's when it started messing up, where, because I was too hot, because I overheat pretty easily anyway. I tend to give off quite a lot of heat for seemingly no reason. Because I was overheating during the evening, I wasn't able to sleep when it was summer, because it was so hot here. So, that was when my sleep kind of messed up. And then I got it back on track, so I was waking up at like 4 in the morning and going to bed at 7 at night. But I did that for like a month and it established a pattern and I was fine with that. I was not waking up in between. But now what's happening is I'm going to bed at, like, say for instance yesterday. I went to bed at about 7, half 7. I woke up at 12 because we were putting the alarm on, or rather because Jen came to bed. And then I was like, you know, I'll go back to bed again. I felt like I was tossing and turning around in bed for ages. And then I'll wake up and it's 5:30 in the morning. So I don't know whether I actually got those extra 5 hours or not. Or whether I was just tossing and turning. But I'd prefer it if I just got like 7 hours straight. Like I used to be able to. Because once you hit that 6, that's when you enter the deep sleep that you need for resting. But I've just not been able to do that for like 2 weeks now, and it's kind of worrying. Ion says, gotta go, Moody, see you later. Ion, hope your stream goes alright, man. I'll see you later. It's been fun. So I'm almost done cutting out all the leg sections here, or at least the majority of them. And then we can get on with filing them all down and cutting them all up and getting them ready for putting in the baggie. And then any excess ones that I'm missing can go in on later streams, because I feel like I'm going to get the easier parts done that I can definitely make out what they are just by sight. And then the rest can go in afterwards, a lot like the Easy 8. I know this part is for the side of the legs here, because that's the little turbo booster thing that the BD1 has. With the exam system. Let's see. What's chat saying? According to you, well, according to Jen, you be hot man. So, says John. I can relate to sleep problems though for different reasons, says Shinju. Yeah, the thing is, I've been known to be a really heavy sleeper in the past. So, you know, I want to get that back. I want to be a heavy sleeper. I used to be able to sleep through like really crazy thunderstorms and stuff where it was really loud. But yeah, it's kind of, I don't know whether it's just old age, because they say sometimes you get really sensitive to stuff at night when you get older. I don't know whether it's that or it's just me at the moment. Like genuinely, I don't want to have a bad sleep pattern. I never have wanted to have a bad sleep pattern. It just tends to change. Like, I remember when I better rephrase this, or at least think about what I'm saying first. It's been the worst for me, like just getting a sudden boost of energy and wanting to continue what I'm doing when I've been doing something else that I've found that's really important. So like the stuff where I'm like coding or I've been doing 3D work in the past, you know, like working on a game or whatever, generally I found that really important. Or like for instance job searching. So I'd stay up all night doing that. I'd get like this boost of energy. I'd be like, right, I'm going for it. And then I'd fall asleep and get like 7 or 8 hours sleep. So that wasn't too bad. You know, even at its worst like that, I could still get 8 hours. But it was something like that that would keep me up a little bit. And instead I've just gone flat out the other way where it's like, yeah, I can't get the long hours anymore. I can only get short. Or in parts. It's terrible. Well, the funny thing is, I've been doing this kind of thing, well, you know, staying up and doing 3D and other stuff like that for years, so I've kind of gained a reputation for being a night owl amongst friends and family. Like, it got to the point where at one point my family were like, you know, are you going to be up tonight? It's like, well, yeah, I suppose. It's like, yeah, can you do us a favour? Can you buy this stuff on eBay for us? Yeah, okay. That was pretty funny. It's like stuff that would be sold on eBay at like ridiculous times in the morning that they couldn't get or stay up for. It's like, yeah, I'll do it. I need another baggie here. I just realised I don't know whether I put the baggie under the other one there or not. I've got so many baggies at this point. I'm gonna put that there and we'll go with this. There we go, let's see. Worst part is when you enjoy some really good food and you wake up during the night with a bowel problem, says X-Ram. Oof. Oh no, says Asa. I no longer eat tacos or spicy food in the evening, says X-Ram. Dude, I don't blame you. John says, hey Dave, I'm going to be going on GBO2 later anyway. I need to get that Gundam mask, so if you end up playing again tonight, let me know. No problem, man. The Dullahan one? The Dullahan? However you pronounce it. Everybody pronounces it differently. I think it's Dullahan. You get that by doing all of the Halloween stuff, I think. And I can't remember what the Halloween stuff was. It was like, win so many matches, find all of the stuff, the little Gundam heads that are dotted around the lobby. I mean, I hope everybody's got pretty far in that if you've not already done that. Nugs in the Discord has a walkthrough for getting all the heads in the hangar area or the lobby. For the Pale Rider collection, yeah. I need that suit, says John. To be honest, like, everybody in chat that I know, like Ryuki, said it's good and he was pretty good with it before. Nugs has had to go with it. I'm still not sure though. I'm going off the whole thing of, because it's got a massive shield. If you had a shotgun, you just shoot the shield, and because of its hitbox, it would just get staggered instantly and then down swung. So Camphor's probably a really good counter to it. You know, Camphor or the E3. I understand for the collection, yeah, but for actual combat, I don't know. I'd have to find what its counter is, because I imagine whatever the Gym Guard custom, because that has the same thing. I imagine whatever counters the Gym Guard custom counters the Dullahan pretty well. Is this Blue Destiny, says Theonifox? Yes, it is. Shinju says, my sleep pattern is pretty much got screwed because of panic attacks. Yes, I've had that as well. That's another thing that I forgot to mention was because of the lack of hands recently. Like for the entire year, I've been suffering from really bad depression. And yeah, that hasn't been nice to me. That's another thing that's affected my sleep. It's like I'll be sat here and then all of a sudden it's just like, I want to do something because otherwise I'm having a panic attack right now. Or I'll just be chilling out. And depending on what I'm doing, it might set me off. Like I've noticed a lot, it tends to be late at night if you're staying up too much. And also whatever music you're listening to. Like I find that I like a lot of retro wave music because it sounds really nice, kind of reminds me of the 80s. But if I listen to too much of it for too long, it ends up taking me into this really nostalgically sad mood where I'm just kind of mulling over stuff that's previously happened to me, and it's not a nice place to be in, because then I start having panic attacks, and next thing you know it's 6 AM and I've not slept. It's terrible. I'm doing that nervous laugh thing to try and laugh it off here. It's not nice. But then again, it's something that I'm very familiar with. It's happened to me too many times. This year has been bad for everybody because of the coof, or the virus, whatever you want to call it. You know, gotta give it that grand name with the. I mean, mine's a poor impression, but the epic movie voice. You know, imagine if it was like a movie trailer. The virus coming soon. Please don't. No. I'll probably be on GBO2 later, so let me know if you're online. By all means, yeah. Different suits work differently for different people, says John. Yeah, they do. It's like I know a lot of people who still don't have the Pale Rider, and when they come on stream, they're like, dude, how did you get that? How good is it? I'm like, well, I'm enjoying the heavy stun and the bazooka, and then the accumulative stun from the stun gun. And then the BD2 style downswing that has a lot of range on it. And then I'm starting to mess around with Hades a little bit more and try and tame that side of the beast. Because Hades is a flat out suicide sort of mechanic where you just get your legs and head totally wrecked. So it's like, I'll pop it, have a minute of fun with... what was it? Increased thrust. There's a specific name for it that you can cancel out thrusts into other ones, so you have more mobility. It's so fun. Shinju says, talking about Pale Riders, I got the Cavalry level 2 on my ult. Nice. Exram says, I'd be depressed too if my hands weren't working. Yeah, these babies have been through a lot this year. I say that, and the knuckles are still feeling a little bit. Oh, constant clicking there. I don't know whether you guys can feel that. Like all these are things where normally if I do them, they start clicking. So I'm just trying to get the clicks out of them now, so I can hear it there. Yeah, I don't know whether you can hear it over the music, but I don't like it. I just want to keep them limber and nice and stretchy, so I'm probably going to have to do some stretches later on, you know, just like that. Just, you say you bend them back, and then you bend them forwards again, and then you bend them back again. You're supposed to do that like 10 times, and then do that 10 times, and then rotate them, and apparently that's supposed to be good for them. I mean, it's been working for me, plus the stretches on the wrists. Yeah, overall, 2020 has been one of those years where if you manage to get through it with nothing bad happening to you, then it is incredibly lucky, you know. I feel like this has been one of those years where you can just sit back and try and ride it out and hopefully not have to worry about too much stuff, and just kind of, especially now, relax towards the end of the year and hope nothing else goes wrong. Yeah. Hopefully everything will go back to normal eventually. But until then, you know, just take things as they are for the moment and just relax a little bit. I know it sounds really ignorant of me, but especially because I've not been relaxing too much myself until now, when I've got my hands back, when I've actually been able to do stuff. These waist skirts are already almost separated by just getting them off the runner. That's strange. It's something I've got to be careful of, because I like separating them on my own. At least I'm not doxing myself this time on stream, or rather doxing my family. Oh, that was an absolute mess last stream, but less said about that, the better. Don't even start, Moody. No, I've got nothing around near me. I've literally got nothing around near me today. Made sure of it. I'm just happy that I have nothing around near me that I can accidentally do that with. What's the time? 8 o'clock. Okay. The cleanup on this is going really nicely. I'm really enjoying it. And because of the plastic being a little bit higher quality and a little bit softer, it's a lot easier to work with. It's actually going pretty fast compared to the Easy 8, where it took a little bit longer. Suddenly invaded by hedges, says Nugs. John says, bring in the mouse pad, Dave. No, I don't want to tag this stream. I'll do it in another stream. Susan's already had like 2 streams, like 1 stream yesterday and then 1 stream today of Time Manning that she's nuked. They're still under review from YouTube. I hate that. The worst thing ever, you have to get manual review from YouTube. It takes forever at the moment. But yeah, I wouldn't mind being invaded by hedges. The funny thing is, I actually think the hedgehogs might be sleeping at the moment. I'm not too sure. They should be going into hibernation pretty soon, but I keep putting out food for them just in case. It keeps getting ate by either them or something else. Yeah, our hedgehogs are funny. I don't know whether hedgehogs are kind of not really happy with wet weather to begin with, but I've noticed if it's absolutely raining like crazy, our hedgehogs don't seem to like it outside, so they just sort of stay indoors and there have been many a time where I've just been like, yeah, I can totally relate. I don't like it when it rains either. Or rather, I don't like being out in rain. Can you take a picture of the mouse pads and post them in Discord? Yeah, sure. Just have a quarter cheek poking in the frame, says John. You need hibernation when you have Dave to feed you, says Nugs. Hey, I make sure I'm on top of that, you know, with all the food. It was like the other day, I had to make sure I'd ordered some more stuff off Amazon. It's like, if it's not that, it's feeding the cult of birds that Jen has nurtured. She says it's not a cult, but it's definitely a cult. And by that I mean there's more than like 20, 30 birds that we feed in the garden that occasionally just come around and are just like, sup. Be chilling out in the morning and they've got used to just like being sat there in this bush right next to the kitchen. And then it's like about 8 o'clock in the morning. It's like, oh okay, I'll go out and put some bird food out and maybe change the water in the bird bath. And then next minute the birds are there. So many of them. So yeah, I have a couple of hedgehogs and Jen has like 1 million birds. Ooh. Shinju says, even though I know it's not uncommon, I still find it unusual to hear somebody having pet hedgehogs. That's the thing though, these aren't pet hedgehogs, these are just wild ones that have chilled out in the garden because we're giving them food constantly. You know, I'll treat them more as visitors, and obviously because they're wild, we don't really want to have contact with them. There's been a couple of people saying we should pet them or whatever. It's just like, no. Leave them to their own thing, they're fine. Plus they carry God knows what on them. So I'd rather not go trying to touch a hedgehog and be like, oh, let's get the pets, and then next minute end up catching something, you know. Or get fleas all over me. Generally, it's like, if they can come into the garden and they can enjoy themselves without having to worry about us, then it's fine. And we just leave them to their own devices. Like, they enjoy walking around and eating and having a good laugh and having a free home because we got them a little house thing. And we just enjoy watching them walk around. It's actually funny how surprisingly fast hedgehogs are as well. They're really fast. Like, I don't know why, but I just enjoy doing laps of the garden. Like, no joke, they'll just sit there and they'll just do laps while they're busy trying to eat and find other stuff to eat. It's always fun to watch because they just go around in circles just over and over and over again. Nope. Come on now. I think I got that done. Okay, we're almost done there. I'm not going to get rid of some of this other detail that's raised here, so I'm trying to avoid that. Okay, I think that's done. I only got a bit of the raised detail on the corner there. You're too slow, says Shinju. Definitely funny watching them zoom around at light speed. They are faster than wearing those red sneakers. Those power sneakers aren't cheap. Funny thing is, I still want Sega to make a pair of those and actually market them. Like, that would have been the easiest thing to do for fans for a laugh. You know, like, Back to the Future's done those self-fastening Nike shoes. It's kind of a deal thing. You'd think that they just do like the movie deal and have some like limited sneakers that have come out, or not even limited, you know, just like a basic one that you can buy. I don't even know whether they've done that properly, but as far as I know, they haven't done that. I imagine they make so much money out of kids doing that. Well, just people in general, because you see a load of people trying to cosplay like human versions. Get that Nike sponsor, this is Nugs. John says, why did you name it? Oh, I named those deliberately because I thought it might get more views. Plus, it's because Susan demonetized the other ones anyway, so I thought if they're going to get demonetized, I'll just name it that way. And then I changed the naming convention back again for some of the, well, for the last two. It's one of those, if it's going to get demonetized anyway, I might as well try and make the views off it before that, or at least before it gets put under review, but apparently it worked completely the opposite way. Oh, so maybe I'll have to change it back. It's the same with the others. I was just trying to see whether it would bring in anything else or not, because depending on the tags and depending on the name, you know, you can strike rich sometimes. It's like people have said to me previously, Dave, I wish you were, you know, you were doing well back in the day when you made your first GPO videos and some of your older videos. I wish you were still doing content like that. The thing is, it's like, it's not as if I've actually ever changed what content I make or how I make it. I just think I got lucky with the algorithm, and just by trying to get lucky with the algorithm again, I might actually strike it rich again, but you never know. YouTube's a fickle and weird mistress that can work in different ways. It's all about those different tags and different names, and if you've uploaded on the right day, and what you're covering. Has anybody else done it? How popular is it? You know, you can be just in the right place at the right time and get just the amount of attention you want, or you can get literally like 2 views per video. It's pretty messed up, especially when the bigger corporations like TV studios and stuff and celebrities are obviously joining now because they see the potential in it, and they're just like, yeah, follow my YouTube channel, and then next minute you got no chance because they're being promoted instead of you. Plus, YouTube gaming did take a beating ages ago. It's funny because I've mentioned this before, I've been on YouTube since 2006, but first account got absolutely nuked by Toei of all people, the guys that do Kamen Rider. I did one Kamen Rider video where it was just literally talking about the first episode of Kamen Rider Double when I was getting into it, and then sure enough, it's like bang, 3-strike ban from Toei. Your account's been nuked. You can't do anything about it. Have fun with that. That was really depressing back in 2010. And then I had to start from scratch again. Because if I remember rightly, I think I had more views, or at least more subs on the previous one. You're going full force just to make use of YouTube's algorithm. Oh yeah, you know, thought there's loads of people that probably look at the hentai tag on YouTube, or at least try and search it to see what's gonna come up. So I'll try playing it. Hey Zero, Gundam is not a big topic online, says Exam. But yeah, I don't know. You've got all the anime, and then you've got the Gunpla and stuff. I feel like Gundam's a bigger topic than some of the other niche mecha stuff. You know, like if you wanted to go really niche, Armored Core is definitely niche in terms of mecha, and that's other stuff that I've covered previously. Oh. Come on now. I feel like Gundam's still a little bit bigger than, or a lot bigger than most other mecha stuff. In fact, it's probably the biggest mech thing at the moment. Especially because Gunpla is always relevant as long as they put out a new anime. Like the amount of views we got here compared to previously with Build Divers Re-Rise being out. So good. Plus you need to hit up social media as well. When you're posting, I've found that if you hit up social media together with your stuff that you post on YouTube, then you tend to do a little bit better, which is interesting because basically it insinuates that the algorithm doesn't pick up much as links to social media and retweets do. Oh, I mean, it doesn't get the views it deserves for such a big franchise as X-Ram. Yeah, it deserves more, but it also depends. Like, there's all those other things, like what time of day you upload and all kinds. Shinju says, YouTube is helping establish channels and celebrities and screwing up the potential it had. Oh, totally. It's like, you get all these other channels that have survived all kinds and not been completely wiped, like mine, that are going on about, oh, I remember back in the day, and then you've got me sat there going, oh yeah, I remember back in 2006 when everything was totally different and was really cool, and I was uploading all kinds of Halo modding videos that I've been on about in the past, with like all kinds of music in them that would probably get demonetized right now. I'd be copyright striked like 200 times, I think, easily, from all my old Halo modding videos where I just used to use a load of copyrighted music to the videos. Those were some fun times though. That's back when nobody was really caring too much about the money and it was all about just uploading stuff and seeing what everybody else had uploaded, you know. Because that was crazy, and it was a good way of sharing videos real fast. Like, I could turn around to somebody in college or university at the time when I was doing the modding for Halo, and I'd be like, look dude, I'm gonna get this thing done tonight, I'm gonna have this level done and it'll be really cool. And then bam, slap a level in game, do a video of it, and then come into college the next day and be like, hey, check this out. Hell, I even used it for some of my university work for games design and stuff. It's like, okay, I'll just slap this level on YouTube that I've made in 3D and then hand it in as part of the assignment. But of course, I can't get any of that channel back now because YouTube nuked it like crazy. It's not as if I was trying to break the rules to begin with. They just decided, you know what, 3-strike ban. Ooh. X-Ram says, I have a friend in Twitch who was trying to stream Maxi Boost, but it wasn't getting a lot of attention. There were very little people covering it. Jeez. Gundam definitely does good for the model kit stuff, I can tell you that. Like, obviously we see that with other model kit channels. It just tends to be how they're presented and stuff. Like with this, I try and, when I'm showing off kits and stuff, I try and do it as all sort of live stuff so you can see it all coming together, and then the final sort of video or show off that I do with this will probably be a little bit more edited, a bit like videos of the past, you know, where I've edited stuff together a little bit better. I just gotta figure out how to do it because I'm using Blender for video stuff now, because you can use it for all kinds. Use it for 3D stuff, use it for video editing. I've just gotta figure out how the hell to do all the complex stuff that I used to be able to do in After Effects in Blender. Because I switched from 3ds Max to Blender, and I switched from After Effects to Blender because After Effects is really expensive. And the only thing we pay for at the moment is Photoshop, and that's because just Photoshop's easy to use. And I don't want to learn another program. Come on now. Try to get this knee covering here done. Okay, that looks good. I'm liking this because it's going pretty well. Like I said, I'll probably finish off with the legs here, so like when I get done with the legs, I'll call it. So far, it's going nicely. All hail Gunpla, says proof. That is almost done without even touching it. In fact, I was going to say I won't touch it at all, but there's a tiny bit of a knob there at the bottom. I think this music is from one of the dark stages by the sound of it. I think it's the dark ice stage. Let's have a look. Yeah. Oh, I say that and then it pauses automatically. I remember when playlists didn't have an auto pause. What was your first master grade? I've only ever really had one master grade, and that was the red frame Kai. It's like I've only really had one perfect grade, and that was the perfect grade red frame. Like, I do like the scale and detail on master grades and stuff, but I feel like as we go on, we're slowly getting that kind of quality, but in like 1/44 scale. And that's great, because I don't mind putting stuff like that together, because it's smaller and you can fit more on the shelf that way. I'm not just trying to cram everything on the shelf, but it is nice being able to display most of your stuff pretty easily in one area without it sort of taking up a billion shelves. Because if you collect master grades, you know how big they are, and try fitting them all on like a couple of shelves if you have quite a lot of them. It tends to end up not working out too well. Honestly, at the moment, I'm half tempted to stop here after this part and try getting on GBO, and then I've got at least like an hour on GBO, and then I've got plenty of time to try and get to sleep before 12. I really want to do that, because then I've got, like, say, an hour will take me to about 9:30, 10 o'clock. Then hopefully I can get a normal sleep pattern, or I can just call it now and go to sleep. That'd be real nice. I don't know. John says my favorite, or my first one was either the Camphor or the GNX. Exram says only done one MG, and that's the RX 78-2. Nice. Shinju says, though it's not Gundam, it's hard to get into, but I used Zeta Rise's videos as a guide and watched all of Gundam, and to be honest, it does very heavily which animes I like. John says GBO, GBO, cookies, GBO. So what do we reckon? Can it for the Blue Destiny build? Like, after this, get this section of the leg done and then bag up the rest of it so I don't lose any parts. And then jump on and do the dailies. Spend an hour on GBO. Probably get about 4 matches out of that. Because I've done this for 20 minutes more than I said I was going to. Technically that's my fault. Like, I could have finished at any time here. and just jumped on GBO, but instead I was like, you know what, I'll just keep going. I'm just chilling. Seems like John misses playing with you. Yeah, I think he misses me. Exam says, how are you going to explain to Sin that you chose GBO2 as Gunpla? Oh, that's a good thing, actually. You have to turn around to Sin and be like, Sin, I paused the build because GBO2 was calling me. Thing is, it's like I've already told him he needs to get a pad so he can come play with us again as well. The thing is, I put the word out now that I'm playing, guaranteed everybody will come on. That's still the good thing about custom game nights, is you can just be like, guys, I'm on, bang, everybody else is on. You know, so... let's just give my hands about 5 minutes. So those are the ones we've got done at the moment. Bag these other parts. John and Sin 1v1, decide on what Moody will do. I think Sin will probably win that, although they've both not played very much, so John's probably been playing recently and been trying to get better. So I imagine his skill level's gone back up a little bit more again. All these leg parts here that have got nubs on. Ugh. At least I get to pick this up probably tomorrow. Finish up the legs, probably do the torso as well. Let's give myself some stretches here. Hey Kaiser! Just in time for the end of the stream. I'm just sort of doing some stretches at the moment. And then might be going on GBO. The Gunpla are asking to be built, says Shinju. Let's do the right hand and try and get the joints here. I might even have to put them in heat for a moment, because I feel like that's what they're going to need. A little bit of relaxing, or quick relaxing, because it feels like the finger joints are slightly, not strained, but they feel tense at the moment. It's probably from all the typing I was doing before when I was fixing my code. It's not the wrist now, it's just the fingers. And I've been holding stuff for about an hour, 20 minutes. Holding stuff, not too bad. It'll definitely be the typing and stuff. You do what you want to do, says Shinju. I'm just looking at the time now. It's going to be like 9:45. I think I might leave it. I think I might leave it and just call it there and pick up tomorrow rather than push it, because I don't want to be stupid. Like, health first. You don't go at Sonic speed on the keyboard, says Exram. I think the most I've clocked in ever when I knew what I was typing was about 92 words per minute. But that's when I knew what I was typing. Like, your average typist can do like 70, I think it is. It's funny because I can't imagine being a typist, because I remember wanting to do that as a job ages ago, and then thinking about it now, it's like, no, my hands would be killing. Maybe leave it till tomorrow, says John. Yeah, dude, I feel like I can dunk my hands and have my hands be nice and loose and relaxed, and then just go get in bed and chill and hopefully get some good night's sleep. Moody typing at the speed of the sound, says Shinju. So yeah, I got that from playing Phantasy Star Online on the Dreamcast, like no joke. Because I used to type pretty slow, and then when I started playing Phantasy Star, I had the Dreamcast keyboard, and you'd have people constantly typing to you, like telling you to do different things during like different levels and stuff. And I remember like constantly trying to respond as fast as I could. It was crazy. See, if GBO 2 had a spectator mode, you could just use a lobby and stream the rest of us playing, says Kaiser. I know, right? That'd be great. I've just got a bottle of water over here at the moment, just off camera. I feel like I had a bit of a tickle in the back of my throat there. I don't know what it was from either. I'm gonna just go, I'm just gonna go with me possibly inhaling plastic by accident. But yeah. There used to be like a lot of adventures on Fantasy Star where somebody would be like, dude, I need you over here now. Like, oh, okay, as fast as I could while playing on the Dreamcast controller. So it'd be like, quickly off the controller onto the keyboard, then back on the controller again, then on the keyboard, then back on the controller. And then if it wasn't that, it was Halo on PC when I used to mod it a lot. We'd do like a load of playtesting and stuff. And if it wasn't playtesting, I've had 2 clans on Halo. I've had 1 clan on PSO. I've had a couple of other clans on other different games. I can't remember. I think there was one that I had on RF Online. I think there was one that I had on Guns Online as well. That was a really crazy third-person shooter. Yeah, just being parts of different communities and having clans and having to respond to people on a really quick basis has kind of got me typing up that fast. Yeah, it's one of those things where like out of everything, I definitely feel like the Gundam stuff is the best stuff I've done so far, like clan-wise and just community-wise. A lot more friendly than some of the other stuff. It's just fun. Real fun. And obviously less stressful. Which is really nice, because I don't want stress as I'm getting older. Really don't want stress. Monster Hunter, yeah. Monster Hunter is really good on the Wii. Like, I played Monster Hunter Tri on the Wii. So good. Anyway, guys. I'm gonna call it there. And turn in for the night and hopefully get some good sleep. So I shall see you all tomorrow for catch-ups on GBO and more of Sin's kit here. So, thank you very much for being with me. I'll see you on the next one. Hope you've enjoyed, and thank you very much if you've been in chat. And thank you very much to anyone who leaves a like on the video, because it helps us, especially with Susan trying to demonetize everything left, right, and center. So again, until next time, bye.